You were saying that Stevie Wonder, you were amazed that Stevie Wonder can paint such pictures with his words and his lyrics, and I was saying that that's because he can see the parts that matter, and everybody else sees all the parts that don't. And that historically, the idea of blind people having a special vision to see truth is why, for example, justice is portrayed as being blind. And frequently, like judges in the Far East also frequently would operate from behind screens, so they couldn't look and see who was delivering the data. There's an ancient and universal traditional fear of the corruption and bias that comes with visual organizations. Like the way people look should not be used to decide, well, anything about them. So in Nigeria, and I know this because, one year, a good Nigerian friend who ran an import-export store here asked me to, invited us to march with his contingent of Nigerians in the Carnival parade here in San Francisco. And I was incredibly honored and super flattered. And when I showed up on the day, he kitted me out with a costume of a big robe, and I had this talking stick, this big staff that was, I think, 400 years old. And then he gave me this, it's called a lawbringer's head, like helmet. It's like a big hat. It's about this tall, and it's made out of wicker, and it's covered in puka shells. The one I wore is 600 years old, and it sits down on your shoulders, so your head is completely covered. You can only like look down to see where you're walking, and that's it. You can't see anything. So there again, the idea that only justice can only come from blindness. So what do you think about that, as someone who wears glasses?
Okay. I'm not.
Are you more just or less just?
With or without the glasses?
Does your impairment enhance your ethics, or does it compromise them?
Okay, don't act like you don't wear reading glasses when we're home.
That's once in a while, but I wear these all the time, and everybody wears something. Do you think it makes you any more fair or less fair?
Blindness may make you more fair, but I don't think like blurry vision makes you more fair.
Yeah,
I don't think that's really the way that
just
works.
lash out. Ah, it's coming right at me.
The only way to make everything fair in life is for no one to have any depth perception at all.
If your eye offends you, cut it out. I don't know. I know I love Stevie Wonder, and I know I've seen him, and he speaks truth in a way that is almost unparalleled in my experience. I saw him at Outside Lands, and he spoke and said things that I have believed my whole life, but never believed from anyone else. And I believed every single word he said was straight out of his soul and out of his heart. And he's an incredible, unrivaled presence.
It's
just
also
amazing.
honestly, like, considering how good his studio production is, it's surprising that he hit that hard as a live performer.
Oh no, he starts as a live performer. He starts as a little wonder kid in the streets of Detroit, banging on trash cans and stuff and playing. He's just a prodigy. He plays the harmonica, plays the drums, he's just incredible. He just do anything.
Because typically, if an artist has a really good studio production, it almost always means they're worse live. Like Beatles, incredible studio band, but like their live shows don't even compete.
How do you know? Have you ever seen one?
Well, Get Back is a live show. Get Back was done entirely live, or Let It Be if you're in America. And yeah, it's not very good. And
That's the end of them, though. That's when they're done. That's not in their Hamburg days when they were blowing up the spot.
Well, no, because
they start as a live band. Everybody starts as a live band.
Well, yeah, but whether you're good as one or not is kind of a different story. You know, Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, Billy Corgan.